away from the herd and plot him to the right.
Naggers, stay ready. He's bringing them out to you. It'll be oh hell. The fat heads of the ball spot. Fry it up.
Good morning, Owasso. This is the Twins with the Owasso Live, and this is the Morning Loop. This is really a Toss-Back Tuesday. We're actually doing not a review of the movie The Lost World, but we're doing a breakdown of who the true villains of the movie actually are. Or, I mean, technically true villain. There's really only one actual villain in the movie, but the guys that are, that we enter through the story through, Jeff Goldblum, Vince Vaughn, I can't think of the girl's name. I know she's famous. But
oh, yeah, I forget
I can't think of her
too,
actress,
yeah.
but they're the villains. Like, we are with the villains of the story, and the heroes are the ones that are framed to be the bad guys.
Yeah. And and we talk about this because we joked about this a long time ago.
Yeah, when we were kids.
Mm-hmm. When we were kids, just like everything that they did, they caused all the problems. Everything bad that happened on the island was a direct cause of the team that we're following around. They do all the things that cause everything bad to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it caused everybody's death is directly because of the protagonist's team.
Well,
basically.
and specifically Vince Vaughn's character.
Yeah.
Like, if you had taken Vince Vaughn out of the group, nothing bad would have really happened other than the fact, okay, again, so the story is, they're going to document so they can see that the dinosaurs are living in harmony and they have a habitat, and they're living in a ecosystem, not peacefully, but, they're living the way animals are supposed to live. And the other group is there to, they're the capitalists, they're coming to get the dinosaurs off the island and take them to San Diego to put them in a zoo, and so people can come see them on a zoo instead of flying to an island.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we can all agree that it's a bad idea to take big, massive dinosaurs off of an island and put them into a populated area. Which, okay, so they're wrong that way. They shouldn't want to bring the whole point of the first movie was you can't predict what's going to happen. An earthquake could happen in San Diego, the power could go off in San Diego, and you have a dinosaur running loose in San Diego.
Yeah.
And
if California and San Diego specifically are anything to go by about a city knowing how to run a city properly, a city council knowing how to run a government properly, San Diego is definitely not the place you want to go to.
Yeah. So, anyway, getting to the point. So, it's a bad idea to take the dinosaurs off the island, which is what, the Jeff Goldblum's team's there to just document and say, hey, everything's okay. We don't need to disturb these animals. Leave them be. Mm-hmm. But they send Vince Vaughn as well. And Vince Vaughn is what I would say, I think he is the archetype for what Antifa is today. And he's not even really that. I mean, the Weather Underground and several organizations have existed long before Antifa. But, he's like Vince Vaughn's character in this movie is like an Antifa person's wet dream. It's like, because he's cool, he's charismatic, he's mysterious.
Yeah. One could argue this is kind of where Antifa and all these other organizations that are like, world first, man, peace, like, came from. And like, how they became more violent, it seems to be.
But again, the whole point of this is, like, it's the false framing of the good guys and the bad guys. It's like, again, we're meant to identify with the people who are actually the villains. It's like, oh, yeah, the PETA type people who are trying to keep the dinosaurs on the island and leave people alone are the good guys, and the bad guys are these guys that were hired to go to the island and, get these dinosaurs. You see one of the scene where they're capturing all the animals. It's reminiscent of Hatari, a John Wayne movie.
Yep, which I actually have that pulled up here. So, it's like the scene that we just opened with is literally a scene steal from Hatari, and I've got Hatari pulled up right here.
Yeah, Chad was like doing a show. I think this is the Lost World, man. But it's with real animals, So, again, this is the Lost World is Hatari, but with dinosaurs.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I mean, look at this. This is literally the exact same thing that we just watched, except with real animals in Africa. And this movie was touted as an amazing movie.
Yeah, an amazing accomplishment. Yeah, film-wise.
I mean, it still is. I mean, that's not awesome. Tell me. I said, Tell me that that's not cool. Going to capture wild animals like that is not only is that dangerous, but that is extremely cool. Like, people will just be like, yeah, sign. There are guys right now that are watching this and sign me up to do that. That looks freaking cool.
Yeah. But again, if you want to jump back to the other movies, go back to the Lost World again. So you have the shot-by-shot remake of basically Hatari right here. And but this is framed as a bad thing because you have the other group. You have Jeff Goldblum's group, sitting up on the hill watching them as they're doing this. And, again, they accidentally kill or break one of the dinosaurs' necks, right? Like, that, falls down and, it's like a big, sad deal. They're all watching it going, oh, how cruel, And, of course, and again, is it sad? Sure. But, the false framing of, it's like, oh, that's so horrible that they're doing this. These are such bad, bad men. It's like, we're trying to capture animals that have never been captured before. There's going to be mistakes will be made, you know.
And two, it's like it's just as dangerous for the guys doing this right now as we see right here in like this scene. I mean, watch this scene. Like, tell me that animals aren't dangerous. Boom, look at that. Yeah, they have to run away. And again, remember, you can get killed. Like, a cow can kick you by accident and you will die. This is what people don't realize. Like, people, what statistic? You're more likely to be killed by a cow
than a shark.
Than you are a shark.
Because you get trampled by a cow. I mean, my grandpa got kicked by a horse one time and had a blood clot. It was like the size of like a dang beach ball. So, I mean, again, and it's the PETA mentality. It's the false mentality that, oh, if we just left all these animals alone, they would live in peace and harmony. It's that picture of those hyenas. It's like going, it's like, if we just leave animals alone in the wild to do their thing, they'll just live in harmony, man. Like, no one will ever bother them, and it'll just be perfect. Perfect utopia. And then, like, you see, like, a bunch of hyenas with blood all over their faces, like, eating a baby gazelle or something, and it's just, like, nature,
Yeah. Well, actually, I'll see if I can't pull it up, but I love it. But one of my favorite memes that we always send to our buddy before we go hunting every year is the one of, like, it shows a deer in a hospital. It goes, how liberals think the animals die in the wild. And it's like a deer in a hospital surrounded by his family.
Yeah, loved ones.
And they're just like, no. They said there's only, as our buddy will tell you, like, there's only two ways that animals die in the woods: either eaten by something else or they die of starvation or dehydration.
Yes, that's how animals die. I mean, you know the reason why your dog doesn't die sooner than it does? Because, I mean, dogs will not, like, I mean, they'll stop drinking, they'll stop eating. Like most of us force our dogs to eat and drink in their older years. I know we sure did.
Yeah. Yeah, but, I mean, literally, here's Atari again. I mean, that is literally like a shot-for-shot remake of Atari.
Yeah.
Except, again, Atari shot is, this is a cool job that, people are like, this is awesome.
Yeah, these are brave men.
And then Jurassic Park is, this is bad. Everything about this is bad.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll get back into it about talking about how the framing of the team is, I mean, again, everything is their fault. So we'll get into we've kind of gone through the whole opening scene of all of this. So then we'll go to, do you want me to start with them meeting Nick for the first time?
Yeah, we might as well go in chronological order.
Okay. So here is the scene where he's meeting his team to go rescue Sarah, which I forget
Sarah
the actress
Harding.
name. Yeah.
I don't know the actress's name.
Yeah,
I can look it up really quick.
You'll recognize her. I forget her name. It's falling off the top of my head right now, but he's meeting his team, his rescue team, to go get her, because the only thing he's concerned about is because it's a girl that she dates, that Ian Malcolm's character dates in this, or Jeff Goldblum's character. Julianne Moore. That's it. Julianne Moore. They're going to rescue her because she's already on the island. And so he's getting his team together to go rescue her. And then again, all these guys, remember, in this one, nobody knows what happened in the first Jurassic Park movie. Like, they've been sworn affidavits. No one's allowed to talk about it.
Malcolm wrote a book, and everybody thinks he's crazy because, like, they were, the what is Engine? Not Jurassic Park is the name of the park, but Engine's the name of the
company,
the corporation that owns Jurassic Park. Discredited him and said there's no actual evidence that this actually occurred, that this took place. So it's very funny. It's like, again, he signed a non-disclosure agreement when he went to the park and then broke it when he got off the park to write a book. So so he's got animosity towards the company,
So,
obviously.
And again, so the two guys he's with right now have no clue that all this stuff is real. They've been kind of told, but they just don't think it's real. Nobody thinks it's real. But he's like, we'll just let his character can introduce himself.
Thanks for the 2-minute warning, Eddie.
Nick Van Owen. This is Ian Malcolm. Nick's our field photographer. Ian's our...
How do you do?
How do you do?
Ian.
What's your background? Wildlife photography?
Yeah, wildlife, combat, you name it. When I was with Nightline, I was in Rwanda, Chechnya, all over Bosnia. Thanks. Do some volunteer work with Greenpeace once in a while.
Greenpeace. What drew you there?
Women.
And that right there
Female Greenpeace.
shows you his character's motivations. Like, he's not doing anything because it's noble. He's doing it because he's a very selfish guy. So again, that right there tells you a lot about Nick's character. So again, and that's the way a lot of these Antifa guys are. A lot of these people are actual revolutionary types, but I mean, the only reason they're revolutionary types is because they're trying to do what? Put themselves in a position where they can look cool, do cool things, and get laid.
Yeah. Which we'll finish this scene out real quick with how you know that they don't think that any of this is real.
Yeah.
Thanks, Noble.
Yeah. Well, Noble was last year. This year I'm getting paid. Hammond's check cleared. Or I wouldn't be going on this wild goose chase.
Where you're going is the only place in the world where the geese chase you.
Yeah, good line. I mean, there's some good lines, because Ian's the only one is the only veteran. He's the only person who understands what they're going into. And again, then you have the idealist Nick, who doesn't give a dang, and then absolutely ruins ruins people's lives and gets people killed.
Yeah.
Again, it's like we don't mind in the movie because the movie frames like, oh, these are faceless, bad, mercenary type dudes. You shouldn't care about them. They sold their soul to hurt animals. But I mean, no, these are, again, they're people. Yeah. The movie frames it like it's not a big deal, though.
People are more important than animals.
Yeah.
Like, if you value an animal's life more than a person's, you are the bad guy.
Yes, again, if you would not sacrifice your dog to save your neighbor, you're probably not a very good person. Because your neighbor is made in the image of God. I love my dog. I probably love my dog more than I love my neighbor, but it doesn't mean I'm not willing to sacrifice my dog for my neighbor. It's like you have the Faustian bargain. You have the devil. It's like going, you can have your dog for the rest of your life, or your neighbors are gonna go over there and die in a house fire. You and your dog can go in and save him, or you and your dog can just wait outside and be like, that's somebody else's responsibility. They don't pay me to go save people.
Exactly. Well, which brings me to the next point is we have, if I can find it real quick, the attack on the thing. So after they capture all the dinosaurs we just saw from that opening scene, like literally Hatari, except with dinosaurs, they come back and they sabotage their camp.
Nick goes to sabotage.
And Sarah.
Nick and Sarah go to sabotage the other camp, the camp of the hunters. The hunters camp. So they go in and basically get, I would imagine, a lot, maybe not people killed, but at least injured.
Yeah. They damage all their equipment, all their vehicles, all their radio equipment.
On an island of dinosaurs. Man-eating dinosaurs.
Where, again, communication is key. Now, the only other thing that you could argue here is, like, they were in the middle of, like, a press conference, so if they lost communications, think someone would, like, maybe we should send a rescue party to go check on them. But again, that's the thing. It's like, if they're not in communication, and two, as we saw from the earlier scene, I would have started it from the very beginning, but that scene, he can't even get in contact where he's trying to start the rescue party. He's trying to get in contact with Sarah, and the satellite phone is not working. So again, it's spotty communications at best with all this. So again, they don't know what's going on, but we'll play this clip right here of them sabotaging the camp. And this is what causes all the deaths right here. This is literally the scene that causes all the deaths in this movie.
Yes. And all because one dinosaur got hurt during the capture.
All because we had to big sad for capturing a dinosaur.
Pray some of our expansion costs. The prospectus you've been given by the board explicitly details our projected hardware and construction expenses, and as you can see by my two friends here with me tonight, software is already fully developed.
Just a bit.
And you'll see some of the larger and more impressive specimens. Wow.
don't bring people halfway around the world to visit his
Yeah,
zoo.
right there. I mean, this is the beginning of the end for this film. You know, like again, that right there solidifies them as the bad guys. You know, it's like again, you just think, oh, you know, again, this is the way people like Antifa think. Oh, haha, we stopped an organization from doing something that we perceive as bad, but it unknowingly endanger everyone's lives there. But again, it's like they deserve it because they're the baddies.
Like, yes, the whole like karma, the I don't know, it's like worldly karma that you get what you deserve type situation. Just like, but most of these guys are here doing a job. They're not here because they're like, yeah, I came here to hurt dinosaurs.
Yeah. Much like Nick, he wouldn't. None of those people would be on this wild goose chase if the check hadn't cleared.
Yeah.
Again, this is what we're talking about here. Again, he is the archetype of what Antifa is today.
Which there's a couple more scenes here where they're sabotaging and letting dinosaurs go. We'll play that, and then we'll show the attack.
Yeah, it's again, these dinosaurs are cute, so they need to be for each, you know. Again, we can all agree that the premise that, you know, what's his name, John Hammond's nephew or whatever is doing is a bad idea. Taking dinosaurs off the island, bad idea. But it doesn't mean that these people deserve to die because of their bad decision. But again, this is the way Antifa operates, though. It's like, no, it does. Because animals are more peaceful than humans are. Only humans do war.
Yep. And then here comes the attack.
And ready to receive visitors in less than a month.
And again, this is okay because, again, these are the bad guys trying to make money off of taking dinosaurs off the island.
Archie, look out!
And
Jump!
what we're like, this right here is like, how on earth is this?
What on earth could have caused that?
Yeah. I mean, you got to suspend your belief a little bit. And right here, like I said, this is how Nick also screws over their.
Yeah, gets their party member killed. And I said, supposedly the only person that dies out of all of this chaos that happens right now is Eddie, which is a guy on their team because they bring back the baby T-Rex.
Again, yeah, Nick. Again, the movie frames this as a noble act, but again, his noble act, you know, no good deed goes unpunished. You know, so Nick gets Eddie killed in this movie.
Yep.
And again, good storytelling. You know, good people have to die or be sacrificed in order to set the stakes of the film. But again, you know, it's just like they're framing Nick as the noble hero here. It's like, oh, but he's trying to help a baby dinosaur, you know? And again, that's it kind of appeals to the Antifa. It's like, oh, but we're good-natured people. You know what I mean? It's got Antifa written all over it.
Yeah.
We're doing the right thing. It's like, oh, are you?
Yeah, and then, like I said, we're always still framed that those guys are the bad guys, like throughout the entire film, and that everything that happens to them is justified. Now, we come to this scene right here, which this is after the T-Rex comes and destroys all their communications equipment and vehicles, and
eats Eddie,
and then they go away because they've knocked the things off the cliff, so they assume that everything's...
The T-Rex assume the threat is taken care of.
So what happens here is the hunting party or the engine...
The bad guys
come and
the
rescue
good guys.
them. They come and rescue them despite the fact that they've done nothing but cause them trouble this entire time. So check this scene out.
Yeah. Right there. The bad guys, who they literally just screwed over. Pull them up out of the danger. You know what I mean? So, again, who's the bad guys here? You know, again, maybe this is going into that whole, you know, oh, there are conflicting motivations, you know, and sometimes a person who's on the wrong side can still be a good guy kind of thing. But again, the way it's framed is again, Nick is truly the only true villain in the show. Ian Malcolm didn't even want to go. He's just going there to save Sarah. Sarah is the idealistic, like, I just want to see dinosaurs and make sure everything lives in harmony.
Well, yeah, because she was also like a paleontologist or something similar to that.
Yes, again, but she's your stereotypical idealistic liberal, live and let live type.
Yep.
Jeff Goldblum's character is the veteran of this particular incident and understands that everyone's in danger. But again, the fact that he's just trying to get himself, his daughter, and Sarah off the island. He doesn't care about anything else.
Yep.
But, and then you have the Hunter party. And again, if you watch the opening scene again, he's criticizing the engine CEO of going, don't you set up a camp here in the open. This is a game trail. It's showing you that he cares about the men under his charge. He doesn't want this wealthy, capitalist guy just being like, yeah, no, this is where we're going to do it because I think it looks good. It's like, no. You're going to do what I say. You pay me to do this job. We're not setting up camp here because this is a danger zone. So again, it shows you that this guy is doing this because actually cares about the men under his command.
Yep.
He's a good leader.
He is. I said so. He's the hero. And again, we'll play this scene right here because this shows more of the fact that even the hunter Roland knows who Vince Vaughn's character Nick is, and he is a constant troublemaker throughout. I mean, if a hunter knows who you are, if a hunter that lives in Africa was probably considered the best hunter in the world in this particular film knows who you are, it means that you are kind of a POS.
Communication equipment's been destroyed. And if your radio and satellite phone were in those trailers that went over the cliff. They were. Then we're stuck here, ladies and gentlemen, and stuck together, thanks to you people.
And we came here to watch. You came to strip mine the place. Back off.
Okay, and notice how he says he ain't wrong there. We're stuck here because of you people. 100% accurate statement. And then he's just like, well, we came here to watch.
Yeah.
But you came here to take.
Yeah, again, righteous indignation. Like, he's the good guy in this scenario. He's the reason that, I mean, how many people could he have gotten killed in this scenario already?
Well, he got one killed for sure.
No, on his team, yeah.
On the other team, like, they didn't care, just like they could have gotten several people killed, but we just didn't see it. But, and that's the rule of film, the rule of thumb in film. If you don't see it happen, it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, you're watching one of those movies where they always have to do the old, like, what is it called? Like the Now You See Me movies, like where, it's purposely trying to, like, you did see it, but it actually didn't happen.
But I mean, it's the other thing, too. It's like, it depends on the kind of film you're watching. Because, I mean, again, there's a reason, like, when you see things, like, it's the cutaway, it's like, sometimes things are just implied. Yes. It's like, why is it cutting away? It's because it's implied something bad happened to that girl in the scene that followed. You know what I mean? Something like that.
Exactly.
Like, we don't want to see it because for rating purposes for the film, but it's like, oh no, that girl and that guy, what happened to them? It's
but
like
then
something.
There's the other thought process behind it too, is like what you can imagine happening is way worse than what they're going to show you.
Yes, exactly. That is true.
But we'll get to this scene. Be back to this scene. Just show that everything he is right. And he's going to recognize who he is.
Yeah.
At least we came prepared. Since you destroyed all our equipment.
About 5 years of work, 100 miles of electrified fence to prepare the other island. Did you think that, a couple dozen Marlboro men would make a difference here?
It's a looter mentality. All you care about is what you can take. You have no rights.
Again,
An extinct animal that's brought back to life has no rights. It exists because we made it. We patented it. We own it.
Are you looking for a
He's
problem?
technically not wrong there either.
You, didn't I?
I mean, if you pause it real quick, that sounds like a heartless thing to say. But I mean, again, it's like it's a clone. Like these are not animals that exist in nature naturally. Like they create, it doesn't have any rights. It's like if we bomb the island, that might be what's for the best. That's why you remember the Lost World, Fallen Kingdom, or whatever. Like the last Jurassic Park movie we saw in theaters. Because I was like, oh, are they gonna kill all these dinosaurs in this mansion? Like she's gonna gas them, and be like, wow. They're actually going to go
dark,
like this is a dark movie where it's like you're taking a very tough moral choice and they're going to make the one like, we can't let these animals out into the world. Like this is bad. And then all of a sudden it's like free them, and it's like they're like me, they're clones like me, and you're like, "Oh my god, you doomed all of humanity."
Yeah. How many people did that T-Rex kill when it got loose? Same with the raptor, just like, just because we've Disneyfied like the dinosaurs, like, oh, Chris Pratt is friends with the Velociraptor. Now everything's okay.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
ignoring the fact that in the first movie of that, in the first Jurassic World movie, the raptors killed the shit out of like so many people.
Yeah, well, but I mean, what's even crazier too? I mean, because the first, again, that's why the only good Jurassic Park movie is really the first one.
Yeah.
This one's okay. The thing is, it's got a complex
realize,
narrative where you're like, who are the good guys?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, the whole purpose of the first one is we're just trying to survive.
Yeah.
This one, it's like trying to help do this PETA thing where it's trying to make the bad guys the good guys and the good guys the bad guys. You know.
Yeah. And the other part of it too, like you could call it a monster movie, but it was really the dinosaurs were just being themselves. The only thing that made it kind of interesting was at the very end where Steven Spielberg called an audible and decided to have the T-Rex come and rescue everybody from the raptors.
They didn't rescue them because it was like the good dinosaur. It was just like, oh, hey, food.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly. And that's the other part. Their thing is, every other time it's like there's impact tremors coming, and all of a sudden when at the very end of the movie, no impact tremors, just it's in here, it's in this massive building with us.
Yeah.
Just out of nowhere. But anyway. But getting back to this, so you're about to see that in here, he recognizes who he is.
Yeah.
Come on! I know you. You're that Earth First bastard, haven't you? Earth First, what's that? Provisional saboteur. Firemen, criminals!
Knock it off! Listen to me.
Yeah, again, criminal. How else would we describe Antifa? Mm-hmm. Like, they're criminals. Like, they're trying to undo our government. They're trying to destroy. Again, they go, what is it? It's like the people voted. It's like whenever Donald Trump didn't, like, this is the people's will. This is the will of the people. And then when Trump gets reelected, it's like, will of the people be damned. Am I right?
Yeah. Which this the irony of Vince Vaughn playing this character when he's one of the most conservative dudes in Hollywood. I just think is very hilarious.
It is funny. And again, he plays him well. Again, there's a reason he was chose for this role. He's charismatic. He's cool.
Also, remember, in the beginning of his career, he played bad guys. He played bad guys a lot in his early
and he's
career.
playing bad guys in his later years too. Mm-hmm. But again, Vince Vaughn has he is the Antifa prototype or archetype. He is what every Antifa like this is the movie. Like, I mean, like when they're jerking themselves off and like, oh yeah, we're Antifa. It's like we're just like Vince Vaughn in Jurassic Park. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what they think of. They think they are this guy.
Mm-hmm. I completely agree with that. This brings me to the next point again here, which just shows you, like, this is the good guy. Like, this is the good guy. And, like, everyone always acts like hunters are these bad people. Like, hunters respect nature and the thing that they're hunting more than anybody else because they know everything about it. It's like, it's literally know thine enemy type thing. It's like, you have to respect your enemy to know your enemy. Mm-hmm. And this kind of is just what this scene proves. And this is one of the coolest scenes. I mean, this line sticks with me all the time from this movie.
Yeah.
So check this out.
Yeah, this is the one line I remember in this movie, and it comes from a character who's supposed to be a villain.
Yeah.
Excuse me, cowboy. Want some gum? Seem like you have a shred of common sense. What the hell are you doing here?
Someone on this island is the greatest predator that ever lived. Second greatest predator must take him down.
You gonna do that?
If he doesn't surrender, yes.
Let me see it for a second.
No.
The animal exists on the planet for the first time in tens of millions of years, and the only way you can express yourself is to kill it.
Remember that chap about 20 years ago, I forget his name, climbed Everest without any oxygen, came down nearly dead. And they asked him, they said, why did you go up there to die? He said, I didn't. I went up there to live.
That line right there. Like I said, that's the line Chad's talking about. Stuck with me, stuck with him. Like, I mean, that's a heck of a line. Again, he's not doing it because he hates the thing. He's doing it to test himself. Mm-hmm. It's doing it. He's going out there to live. It's like I feel alive when I'm hunting dangerous game.
Yeah.
And it's true, you do.
There is a manly, masculine element to going and doing. So, like, that's the thing. It's like women always ask, why do men go do these stupid, dangerous things? It's because they want to prove to themselves they can do it. Why does a person train to run a marathon? It's not generally because it's healthy for you or it's good for you. Like, most people be like, yeah, that much exercise can really hurt you. Mm-hmm. But guess what? You do it because you want to prove to yourself that you can do it.
Yeah.
That's what this is. This is the thing that, like, women, and this is what we talk about, is like women don't understand. Like, women don't understand this type of thing because that is the feminization of things.
Yes, the
is like
feminization of life.
is making things worse. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. It's like, no. Again, the two types of parenting philosophies of said there's a hot stove, kid reaches for it, mom slaps the hand away, goes, no, don't do that. It's hot.
Dad grins and goes, let him touch it one time. He'll never do it again.
Exactly. He goes, you learned from that mistake, didn't you?
Yeah, literally. Kid touches it, starts crying, and dad looks at him, laughs, goes, you're not going to do that again, are you?
Now, there's another aspect of this scene that I want to show because we're going to show exactly what happens again and how he causes even more trouble and more people to die again.
Yeah.
Right here, if you see,
Can you see it for a second?
reaches for the gun right there. He's trying to get a hold of his gun. He's been trying to do this, and he takes it away from him because he knows he's a saboteur. He can't trust this guy.
Mm-hmm.
So he's a wise man. And then we get to this next scene here, and this is a guy who's also breaking it down. It's funny that we found this video that inspired us to make this one, but me and my brother have talked about this for years. How we always go, yeah, if you look at it objectively, the protagonists of the movie are the bad guys. They cause all the problems. But this guy broke it down, and he was like Nick is the true villain of this movie. But this is the scene because I can't find it. I couldn't find a clip of this scene right here, so I'm using his video for this. But look here. He makes the mistake of leaving his weapon by Sarah, and Nick sees it. Nick sees that moment to take his ammo out of that weapon, in which this is arguably, like, there's debates on this, whether or not this would actually, like, an elephant gun would stop a T-Rex or not. But, again, the only weapon here that probably could have stopped the T-Rex, and Nick sabotages it, takes his ammo out of his weapon, which brings me to the next scene, which is this one right here, where they're all getting attacked by the T-Rex again. So, and he's coming up to try to stop it, and guess what? He can't shoot.
Yep, Nick took out the MG, and then the ending scene of when they're on the helicopter escaping the island, he drops the 2 unspent rounds that he pulled out of that weapon.
So, again, all these guys die right here because they didn't stick together as a team. They get attacked by the raptor. Now, you could argue that the raptor attack still might have happened regardless, but these guys don't have their weapons. A lot of them don't have their weapons and equipment because they were running from the T-Rex. The only thing they were concerned about was getting away from the T-Rex. And lots of dudes get killed by the T-Rex, as you can see from the movie. Then, so pretty much every death here you could argue was preventable if Nick had not taken the ammo out of that guy's gun. And 2, if he had killed the Rex, just go in the scenario that, because, again, there's debates of whether or not an elephant gun would kill a T-Rex or not. But let's go with the fact that it would have killed it. It would have never gotten back to the mainland because guess what? He has to shoot it with a tranq dart to put it down because he doesn't have any other weapon that he knows can put it down.
Yes, again. So all of San Diego, the San Diego Tyrannosaurus attack happens because of Nick. Now, again, obviously this is done for the writing because Steven Spielberg wanted to have a T-Rex running loose in San Diego or in some American town because they could do it. Yeah, even like that part in the movie where all the the Japanese guys are running. It's like, oh, Godzilla, it's like Godzilla chasing it down. It's a T-Rex, It's like they wrote that intentionally, and Nick was the plot device that got the T-Rex there alive. But again, still the villain. But again, framed as some noble hero. It's like Nick saved the T-Rex. Oh, thank goodness. It's like how many people died, And again, you're sitting there dealing with that. And again, this kind of goes away from this is kind of like the first kind of breakaway from like your traditional heroes as well. Like, again, what was Jaws? The traditional blue collar working class hero goes out, faces his fears of the ocean to kill the shark, to save the town. It's like, this is the opposite. It's like the heroes aren't who they seem to be. And these are all morally gray area complex characters. It's like the only one that you can really identify with is Ian Malcolm. I'm there for one thing. I'm here to go get my girlfriend, and I'm trying to get my daughter off the island, and I'm getting out of here. I'm DDing out of here. Like everyone else, it's like, oh, well, the hunter guy, the main hunter, he's really a good guy, but he's doing a bad thing. It's like, oh, okay,
Yep.
So again, but that's the framing of the movie. It's the childlike framing of the film.
Yeah, but then you have to realize this, that from both Jurassic Park movies, the 2 original ones, the 2 coolest characters that everyone thinks likes the most are both
the hunters. Muldoon from the first one.
Mm-hmm. And then, of course,
cheetah speed, good 50, 60 miles an hour if they're out in the open.
Which that's another thing, too. Didn't Muldoon survive in the book? He survived.
Yes, in the book he
yeah.
survived. And he actually shot like a rocket launcher at the T-Rex, but he missed.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, just like, that's what we're talking about. It's like, this is literally a movie where the villain, the protagonists are the villains, and no one realizes it. I mean, I know there's a bunch of movie breakdowns that people talking about, but this is the true, like I said, the true villains of this movie are the protagonists.
Yes,
it's literally these 3 characters.
It is the stereotypical traditional liberal who is represented as Sarah, Julianne Moore's character. She is like, oh, we gotta leave these animals alone, live and let live. And then you have the aggressive Antifa character, Nick Van Owen, who is like, I'm gonna stop people from doing what I perceive to be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And again, the premise is correct. Taking dinosaurs off the island, horrible idea. However, it's like they feel justified in doing whatever they want to these people because they're the good guys. It's like we root for them because they're the good guys. Steven Spielberg has framed it to where these guys are the good guys, therefore we're rooting for them. Yeah. And those hunters, they accidentally killed a dinosaur when they were trying to bring it down, and that's bad. They're the bad guys.
Mm-hmm.
Again, that's the framing that you're supposed to take from this.
Yeah. But basically, like, the whole scene of this is like, if you want to see a movie about, like, if you want to watch the movie from the perspective of the engine guys, watch Atari.
Yeah, Atari. Watch
and
it.
it's on YouTube. You can watch it on YouTube with ads. It's free with ads.
Free with ads. Watch Atari right now. And it is literally Jurassic Park, but it's real animals. Yeah. It's like they're getting zebras and baboons.
And what is the point of a zoo? The zoo is to bring animals that people would never have the opportunity to see, like the lower working class folks that will never be able to afford to go to Africa to see lions, tigers, whatever. It gives them an opportunity to bring them to, the Tulsa City Zoo or whatever like that. Like, who? So that's basically what Antifa is like. You don't deserve to see these animals.
Well, exactly. It's like, again, it's like, who is the zoo for? It's for the urban poor youth kids who can't go. Again, and then these, remember they criticized that dentist for shooting Cecil the lion. It's like, going, do you know how much money that dentist paid to go to Africa to go on that hunting trip? He probably fed tons of people. He stimulated their economy so well. And you guys would rather them not hunt and not stimulate Africa's economy.
Well, and two, we have a buddy that has actually we have a couple of buddies that have hunted in Africa. They harvest all that meat and give it to the communities there.
Yes.
Like that you're not allowed to take that meat back with you. They give it to the people
the
of
locals
those communities.
In the communities.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So again, they act like it's this horrible, evil, mean thing. It's not. That is a huge part of their economy there.
Yeah. And didn't they say that Cecil the lion had actually killed like 2 or 3 people?
Well, even if he hadn't, lions are dangerous animals.
Yes.
Let's not pretend I saw one at the zoo or the circus, and the tamers, and it seemed like they were good friends. It's like, I probably raised that thing since it was a cub. Those lions out in the wild, they're not cubs. Like, if they see you, they're like, you're fair game, dude. They're not going to be like, oh, hi.
Yeah. It's like, I mean, quite literally, if you watch the Tiger King, remember the people that fed the lions, that one of the people there that worked there had their arm ripped off by one of the tigers there.
Yeah.
It's like, they are not your friends. They're animals. Like what we talked about earlier. Cows. Like, a cow will, I don't think a cow has ever killed anybody on purpose. Maybe a bull might if it was, wanted to.
Hell yeah.
Cows don't normally kill people for fun, but they can kill you by accident.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, but even it's like we talk about going to the zoo. It's like, remember, they had raccoons and stuff at the zoo, and we're like, why would they have raccoons? When we were kids, me and Corey were like, why do they have raccoons at the zoo? We see these things all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Just and then my mom was like, well, there are kids that live in the city that have never seen a raccoon before. And we're like, oh, because that's the thing. The petting zoo animals always floored me and Corey as a kid because we grew up
on a farm.
On farms. Like I said, we've seen goats, we've seen chickens, we've seen all these types of animals. Why are these here?
Yeah, what's going on here, Mom? Why are people paying to feed these animals? And Mom's like, well, not all kids get to go and live on the farm. Don't get to go to the grandpa and grandpa's farm like you.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Exactly.
And my kids won't. Like, we don't have, like, my grandparents are gone. Like, we don't have the farm anymore. Like, we have the land, but we don't have the animals.
Yeah. They're all gone now. But anyway, but that's about it. Is there anything else that you wanted to touch on?
No. Again, I just, like, I always wanted to do this breakdown, and then I saw that guy's video. I was like, damn it, somebody else beat us to it. But, again, we wanted to break down the fact that the good guys are actually the villains, and the villains are actually the good guys. And again, perhaps I'm breaking it down a little too simply. People can be on the wrong side of events in history and still be complex moral characters. But again, this is kind of like the turn of, it's like they were framing terrible acts by Vince Vaughn as noble things.
Yeah.
And I can't stand for that.
Yeah. And you can. This is why we argue. Like, this is where the modern day Antifa come from. These self-righteous people that, even though they have caused harm and extreme, explicit harm, and are completely in the wrong, they're still like, well, I was justified for doing what I was doing.
Yeah. Again, it's crazy. It's like, it's okay for bad things to happen to the hunters because they're hunters.
Mm-hmm.
That's the synopsis of Vince Vaughn's philosophy in here.
Yep. Pretty much.
So,
pretty much.
Again, we wanted to basically say that Vince Vaughn is the archetype or the prototype for Antifa.
Yeah.
And you can kind of see why. I mean, how many people watch this movie and think Vince Vaughn's the hero?
Probably a lot.
I mean, I remember being a kid being like, I like Vince Vaughn. He's cool in this movie. I like this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's as far as you go, especially, again, what generation is Antifa? It's our generation. It's the useless millennials of our generation.
Yeah, true.
It's like, yeah, no, he's a good guy.
Yeah, notice that all the people who have been killed by ICE lately are all 30-something-year-olds that should be with their wife and children and their families, and they're not anywhere. They're not at work. They're not with their families.
Mm-hmm.
They're protesting for a cause that should not be
people
their
that
own.
Don't care about them.
Exactly.
Again, it's almost like they're protesting for dinosaurs.
Yeah.
It's like things that would absolutely hurt you in any other setting, but you're protesting for them like they are these little innocent baby angel Aladdins.
Mm-hmm.
It's like dinosaurs never hurt anybody, and then you do like a cut to the Jurassic Park movie where the dinosaurs are eating and ripping people apart, and you're like, well, nobody that mattered, you know what I mean? And again, and that's their philosophy. That's the Antifa philosophy. Is nobody that matters got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Because we can dehumanize people.
Exactly.
Based on their philosophy.
Yep. But again, that's why I'm going to play us out with a video of the Sega arcade Jurassic Park game, that's one of the coolest games there was when you were a kid to go play at the arcades that you went to. And guess what are you doing? You're the guy, you're the hunting team.
Killing the dinosaurs. Hell yeah.
So I was just like, isn't that ironic that the coolest games all made for Jurassic Park are about the hunters trying to capture or kill the dinosaurs?
Yeah, give me a gun. Let me shoot those dinosaurs, baby.
Exactly. He said, this is how you always emphasize with the hunters. You're like, wow, this is the cool part.
We're not so different, you and I.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, that's about all I've got for you today. This is our Tossback Tuesday and why the good guys are actually the villains in the Lost World of Jurassic Park. So that's about all I've got for you today. We'll see you later. God bless you, everyone.
See you later, everybody.
They wiped us out. We've got to save Ian and Sarah.
Where's Sarah and Ian?
They went to the laboratory. You can find them with this detector.
Look out!